All right, everyone, we're back live here. Another great, awesome day here. We're in the nation's capital, but we're heard all over the world. So we're excited today. My friends from Greece that are listening in, my friends from London, England that are listening in, Tony in Switzerland, wanted to give you guys a shout out who sent me emails a couple of minutes ago that are listening to our morning show. Today we're discussing your destiny. What is your purpose? What is your passion? I think it's very important that we discuss that today at the Bennett Career Institute in Washington, D.C. If you are in the DMV and you're looking for a job, we are hiring everyone from the director of our daycare center to our administrative assistants, daycare teachers, cosmetology, barber, makeup, aesthetic, nail teachers. We're looking for a director of education, maintenance, cashiers, admissions, financial aid, receptionists, admin assistants, from top to bottom, from the front door to the back door. We're looking for security. We're looking for everything at the Bennett Career Institute. So if you're interested, you need to, if you know someone that are interested, some of the things, just share with you briefly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that may be retired and want a second career. I'm looking for people that may have been laid off from the government. They have many, many years of experience. I'm trying to upgrade the brand, the C. Allen brand, the Bennett Career Institute. In order to do that, one thing that Reggie Wells told me years ago, who was Oprah Winfrey's makeup artist for over 24 years, he said to me, what made Oprah so big, or what made her so important, or what made her so relevant, or what made her to the level of where she is now, is because she surrounded herself with people that were smarter than her. She surrounded herself with great, smart people. I don't know about them being smarter than her, but just great, smart people. And one of the things that I would like to do at the Bennett Career Institute is I would like to surround myself with excellence. I want to surround myself with people. So listen, I said it to say, my listeners, don't send me your drunk nephew who can't keep a job. Don't send me your auntie who you know will cuss somebody out in a heartbeat. You know, don't send me someone that will not be able to pass a drug test. What I'm talking about is I'm looking for professionals. Now, we may not have professional money to give you in the beginning, but as you continue to elevate the organization, then we'll be able to compensate you. But we're looking for some qualified people. We need some great people who can clean the building. We need some great people who can answer the phones with a smile. If you know anyone out there that's looking for a job, 11 a.m., the auditorium at the Bennett Career Institute, that is 700 Monroe Street Northeast, Washington, D.C. 20017. We are actually doing on-site interviewing today. All right. Now, as we get started, happy birthday, Alonzo. Our tech, his birthday was on yesterday. I'm not going to tell you how old he turned, but just thank God for another year. So I tell you, we have so many birthdays in the month of August. But listen to me. Once you know who you are and whose you are, you will find it easier to discover your God-given destiny. Now, destiny is your destination. It is where you're headed. Destiny is the design of your life. Destiny is seen as a mission. What we want to know today is, what is your destiny? Oftentimes, you know, at the Bennett Career Institute, I have a lot of students from the ages of 18 to 30. And oftentimes when you ask them, like I'm asking my listeners now, what is your calling? Why are you here? Many of us have no clue on what is the purpose. What are we here to do? What is the purpose? I'm going to help you with that. Let's talk about passion for a second. Passion is what makes you happy. Many of us, we work in a place where we're not happy. Many of us, we get up, we're sitting at our jobs right now, and we're at a place where we feel like, dang, it's 5 o'clock, I want to hurry up and get here, and it's only 10:24. We live in an environment where we're unhappy. Some of us are just settling But before we get to live, let's talk about work. I'm telling you, I have interviewed this next month. I will be celebrating 20 years in the beauty industry. I walked in the door straight out of college in 1992 at the Washington, D.C. Beauty Academy. And let me just share with you, when I graduated from Morehouse College in 1992, I couldn't find a job. My degree was in religion. I looked everywhere for a job, could not find a job. All of my friends were getting job offers making $70,000. And all of a sudden, I see an ad in the Washington Post for a financial aid officer. And I went on, and it was at a beauty school. I went there, and they offered me the job, and it was $7 an hour. I said to myself, I'm not taking no job making $7 an hour. I'm a graduate of Morehouse College. My friends were getting job offers for $70,000. I'm not going to do that. All of a sudden, I called my pastor, Dr. Alfred Owens, Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church, and Bishop said to me, he said, Chet, take the job because you don't know what God has in store for you. That was 20 years ago. I'm not here to toot my own horn and all of that, but the rest is history. I started with that job at $7 an hour. I went up to $10 an hour, went to $12 an hour, went to Howard University to receive my master's degree in education administration. I quit the beauty school to go to school full time. They called me back and gave me an offer that I couldn't refuse. In 1996, when those schools closed down, I was on, and listen to me because this is important, I was on Howard University track jogging, and I was trying to figure out what was my destiny, what was my passion. Here I am in my early 20s, no job, on unemployment, trying to figure out what was I to do. My first thing for everyone today is you need to start meditating. If you don't know, if you don't have a clue on what your purpose is in life, if you don't have a clue on what your destiny is, then the first thing you need to do is, I didn't say pray, because we're not going to go there, but definitely you should pray. But I said start meditating. Get by yourself. Go. What I did was I went to the track. I kept jogging and I was looking up in the clouds. I was meditating, asking God to give me some direction on what was my purpose, what was my plan, what am I doing here? I would never forget. It was 1996. I was trying to move back to Atlanta. I was trying to go to the Olympics and all that kind of stuff in Atlanta. And the first thing I want you to understand when it comes to determine your destiny is you need to meditate. You need to figure out. You need to turn the TV off, turn the radio off. Don't answer the phones. Just sit there and start thinking, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to tell you what happens when you start meditating. And when you start clearing your mind from all that junk from the day-to-day activity, then you will allow the higher being, you will allow God to speak to you and give you further direction. But you can't do that when your mind is messed up. The problem that I'm having, everyone, is when we turn to drugs and alcohol, when we turn to things to alter our mindset, how are we going to be able to determine what our destiny is if our mind is clogged? So listen. During my meditation, it came to me as clear as day. I believe that God told me that my destiny was in the beauty industry. It happened to me once it clicked together, and I had a confirmation from Kenny, who's listening today in London. He happened to call me, stockbroker in New York at the time, and I said, Kenny, I think I'm going to start a business. I think I'm going to open up a beauty school. And he said to me, if there was ever a time, now is the time. Ladies and gentlemen, I just celebrated 15 years in the beauty industry. It'll be 20 years of me running beauty schools. In September will be 20 years for me. And when I tell you I found my passion, I found my destiny, I found my purpose in life, and that is to lead the beauty industry and take it to another level. So now that we talked about me, how do you find your destiny? So when we come back after break, what I want to talk about is I want to go back to what flows naturally out of you. Where do you bring forth fruit? What thoughts and visions and dreams are impossible for you to get out your mind? What is that you constantly think about? What can you give 100% of your whole life? And most importantly, what can you do for free all the time? You need to think about that. 1-800-450-7876. 1-800-450-7876. We're going to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, I want to go back into what I did and what I think that you need to do in order to follow your destiny. We're in a new day, everybody. It's time that we figure out why we living on this earth. This is 1450 AM WOL, where information is power. The Sea Island Morning Show. Beauty, fashion industry. We'll be back after these messages.